about to do an experiment, a meditation experiment, and it is having us really tap into our intuition. And so to do that, we are going to be using the tuning forks, and I'm going to be using the one that is specifically the frequency of intuition and the third eye. So I'm going to be utilizing that to kind of just attune our auras to the frequency of intuition. And then we're going to each take turns sitting down for the meditation. We're going to put a blindfold on, put the headphones on, and listen to an audio track for 15 minutes. And this is a binaural beat that is to the frequency of the third eye and intuition. And the idea of this is that we will hopefully be able to connect to the energy of the house and any spirits that want to speak to us. And while a person is doing the meditation in another room, the rest of us are going to be sitting in here listening to the portal box and seeing what comes through. And it'll be really interesting if we can kind of correlate what people might be picking up on in the meditation, and if, you know, similar words come through the portal box or something like that. So let's jump into it.
Whatever you want.
So just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, show you some weird shit to me.
This wouldn't be the first time, my friend. Setting the intention that you will be connecting to the spirits and the energy of the Ross house to receive any sort of messages or insight into the activity and the energy here. While you're opening up your third eye, your energy is protected. Your energy is safe. Okay, so Sydney is done with her meditation. So I'm about to ask her what she experienced, what she saw, if anything. And then once everybody gets a turn to go, I will reveal if there were any similarities. Okay.
So I didn't experience too many different things during it, but I kept experiencing the same thing. I don't know if there's any children associated with the building itself, but a little boy kept taking my hand and walking me up the stairs to this room. And then that happened over and over and over again. And then I kind of just visioned him walking in circles around me, and then it almost felt like someone was like on my right side at one point. And it was weird because just the whole right side of my body I could feel like pressure and heaviness, but on the other side I couldn't. And there was just one man. It was only a little boy and a man, and the man was like peeking around, almost popping in and out, but that was it. It just was this room over and over again, and a boy bringing me to here.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Do you want me to tell you anything?
I mean, yeah, now.
Okay, so there is a little boy that is seen here. So there were, oh my gosh, actually. Oh, they were twins. Oh, I got goosebumps.
Oh my gosh, and he was coming to me.
They actually, but that's the weird thing though. They didn't die here. Like they grew up.
Right.
But, and so Cindy doesn't know if it's both the boys that are like alternating being seen, or if it's just one of them. But there's a little boy that is seen here, and they think that it's one of the boys who did live here.
That's wild.
But yeah, he's seen like throughout here.
That's what I kind of just like kept breathing in and out, and I kind of just was like, my mind just like showing me things. But yeah, it was just a little boy, and he was bringing me here.
I wonder
but
if this was his
stopped
room.
When there was like a man downstairs. He like stopped at the stairs and was just like, but I mean, I came up here like several times over and over again.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened. I just kept coming here, and then it would start back over.
All right. I think you should definitely spend some time in here.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Is there any weird things with like an old man?
There is actually this room I picked up on. Wait, is this the room? Yeah, the green room. I picked up on an older man in here, and I forget his name, but one of the owners, he died in this room.
Oh, okay. So there are deaths in the home.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I didn't hear or get anyone's names during
Yeah.
it.
And then, well, it's interesting because you felt it on the right, and the room we were sitting in was to your right. And we were telling, the spirit, because we were getting some responses on the spirit box. And we said, can you go in there and let her know of your presence? So I wonder if that was them, like, leaving the room we were in.
I felt it on my right side.
Yeah.
And it almost, I don't know if you guys were, like, there at a point, but my hair was behind me. And then I ended up putting it over here because I just was, like, feeling something.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. You can't touch my hair. I'm going to put it in front of me.
I love it. All right,
So,
cool.
I did have an experience.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to spend time in this room.
All right. Well, interesting. So I wonder if anybody else will pick up on this room or the little boy or the man. Yeah. Cool.
Let's go see.
All right. First, have you ever done a meditation before?
Not quite like that. We've done some, what's it called? Like the Gonsfeld experiment. We've done that type of thing, but not exactly like that.
Okay.
Similar.
How was it?
It was weird. I didn't get any, it was all visual.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I got was completely visual. Images, flashes of images. And I think it had a lot to do with the people who lived in this house.
Mm-hmm.
It started out as a flash of memory of like the perfect day, someone's perfect day. They were on, it almost reminded me of the cliffs of at the beach in Scotland or Ireland or something real high, but they were down. You could see the bluffs or cliffs or whatever, but they were down on the water. You could see a seagull, or I could see a seagull flashing above and water kind of hitting and rolling over. But that's how it started. But then it kind of transitioned into something else. And then I think it was more along the two people who lived here. And more so, I saw more visions of some tall, slender man with a hard part. And it was it started out I don't know, I also saw a lady in a robe with curlers in her hair too. But started out they were just kind of together in the house, and then it kind of turned darker, they didn't get along or something. A few times I saw the man pointing his finger, and you could tell that they were in an argument. And then it also there was I have a little bit of backstory of this place, so I don't know if it's my imagination kicking in when it came to it, but I saw him with a scalpel, and he was slicing open the chinchillas or whatever, blood, and it was just really weird. But then it seemed like there was a passage of time, and I think that they had died, but he was still here. She was out of the picture, and it was just the man, and he was it was. In my mind, I could see him pacing the hallway, back and forth,
The hallway down there?
Yes.
That music box was going off the entire time.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I saw in my head.
We even got up and reset the music box.
He didn't understand what was going on. Why are these people in my house, kind of thing. Like I said, I didn't hear any.
We were also getting I forget the exact wording, and I don't know if I was filming it, but pretty much this is my house.
Yeah. So that's,
and even said stop walking. He was what the hell's going on? Stop walking. What are you doing in here?
Yeah, he does not. I don't think he likes us being here.
Yeah.
People being here in general. I think it's him trying. Like I said, it could be my imagination. I don't know, but that's what I got, and it was really weird. And then when I came out of it, I was still kind of in a weird daze. You asked if you wanted me to ground me or whatever, and I said no, but I felt weird. I really did. I don't know. When you were doing the tuning forks, you could really just kind of feel it deep down in you. It's really weird. A weird experience. I like it. It's a cool
it was
experiment.
super weird. I love it.
All right. Well,
I like that.
That's what I got.
Awesome.
So.
Okay. We're going to reveal what everybody experienced once everybody goes.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, have you ever done a meditation like that before?
No, never like that.
Okay. And you have been here before, right?
Yes.
So you do know some of the backstory.
Yes.
Okay. What happened? What did you experience, feel?
I was very interesting for sure. So trying to like process everything. I'm very sensitive to energy. Like I feel it. Like usually I get like a pressure on my head if something's around or something's gonna happen. And I didn't have that happen, but I very much felt a lot of energy around me. Like for the first, I don't know how long, it seemed like I was in the middle of like two very distinct energies. And it felt like I was in the middle of a tug of war. Like I felt like I was getting pulled back and forth. And it wasn't like good and bad. I don't even know if it was like male and female. It was just two very different energies. And I just felt like I almost physically felt like I was moving back and forth at times. And that went on for a while. I mean, it felt like you could feel the energy coming up like through the floor, like the floor was vibrating up through my body, which I've had, not that exactly, but something similar happened before. Then toward, I don't know how long it was from the end. The time kind of blended together after a while, but toward the end, it felt like a totally different energy than the other two, and it felt like a much stronger energy, and it was like one-on-one. Like it felt like it was like right here in my face, and it felt more of like a natural energy. I don't know if that makes sense, but like somehow connected to the earth or the land, and just like I could see, just I was like almost eye to eye with it, and I got like super anxious when that was going on. I don't usually get anxious, but my heart was racing. So it wasn't like a bad energy. It wasn't like evil or demonic or anything like that. It was just a very strong presence. And then, like I thought I heard voices a couple times, but it wasn't you guys because I couldn't hear the portal or anything. But I couldn't tell what was being said. I'm trying to think. At one point it felt like something touched the back of my ear. I think that's about it. It was pretty interesting. I mean, I'm still trying to, like I said, process everything. It's a very weird feeling, but yeah, it was cool.
Have you done a meditation like that before?
I usually have meditation in my life in different ways, like non-sleep deep rest, where I have to tune in to feeling the muscles and tension in my body and release them slowly. But I haven't done one that was mainly focused on releasing or feeling the energy in a place. Yeah.
Okay. And you have not been here before, right?
I've never been here before.
Okay. So what did you see, feel, experience?
I saw a man pacing the hallway back and forth rapidly, stressed, kind of like a working man, aged. And then I also saw a kind of a tension, a pull between opposites, like a peaceful woman that abides here that kind of grounds the place a little bit. But those are the two energies I saw kind of intermingling a lot as I tried to sift through my own inner sensations and whatnot. It kept on coming with like a stressed feeling here, tension. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that any other ones?
Well, I'm going to share with everybody.
It was such a unique experience because immediately, as soon as the sound started like happening, that's where I felt the rush of the pacing of an individual that was just very concerned with work and home.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you want to share? Or we're good?
No, I'm just excited to be here.
Yay! Awesome. Thank you.
All right, so you guys all completed your meditations. And I think it's interesting too because we have two of you that have been here before and two of you that have never been here before. So similarities that you guys all had, every single one of you picked up on a man, the male energy. Sydney also picked up on a little boy that was taking her by the hand, and he kept taking her upstairs into that green room.
Interesting.
And that's interesting because that green room, but yeah, there is a man who died here in that green room, so I thought that was interesting. But yeah, you were the only one that picked up on a little boy. Then Scott picked up on the older guy and thought he was, okay, well this is interesting because then the three of you picked up on like a polarity, like a duality.
There's a huge duality.
Scott saw the old man and he was like angry at his wife and literally saw him like berating her.
Interesting.
And that she was much more of like a mellow kind energy.
Yes.
Gentler, and he was more angry, aggressive energy. John's energy, you also picked up on a duality kind of energy,
absolutely.
like two completely distinct separate energies.
Very much.
But then you were the only one that picked up on like a nature spirit. He felt like literally like something ancient, like an ancient energy, like get up in his face. And
I
he's...
had something similar get up in my face.
Did you?
Yeah, but I just didn't know, like when you call that ancient, I was just, it wasn't like, I shouldn't say it wasn't like scary. It was just
Right.
kind of like
Yeah,
very.
it wasn't negative.
No,
but
it was
was
just
very
overwhelming,
intense.
kind of-
Right.
Yeah,
intense.
and I had a lot
Right.
of anxiety.
And then I also had the vision of the Irish coastline with the seagulls flying and the water splashing and that as well. So
Yeah,
I felt
that's
that
how
was-
your meditation started, was
Yeah, so
kind of...
whatever I felt was very
Not
much
to say
tied
there was
to
an
nature,
object of
yeah.
like a fish. Did you talk about like something in regards to sea?
yeah, it was-
Fishing I got.
Well, this is interesting. I'll have to see. So Captain John Fink is the one who owned this property, and then Charles Anderson built this house on the property. And so I wonder if John Fink has any connection to like Ireland or Scotland or something like with those, what you were seeing. I don't know. Maybe he just brought something ancient with him. We are in the Appalachian foothills here,
Yeah.
so it could be,
Well,
which
it's-
actually, and that is part
this
of
is all
the Irish.
All
yeah.
Irish immigration is in this area.
Well, and the Appalachian Mountains are literally part of the Irish mountain range, the mountain range in Ireland. So
That's why they all settled here, because they felt comfortable. It's so
Mhm.
so similar to home.
And that's my heritage as well.
Anyway, yeah, and then the polarity of the man woman. Brittany saw a man and a woman, and the man was very angry and stressed and just pacing
Basically,
back and forth, and very angry.
It's so weird because I had the same thing happen to me over and over again. Just the same thing kept happening. A little
Right.
boy would walk
Like
me
pacing,
through here
yeah.
and take me upstairs, but it was like he was pacing, but it was almost like he was like, "Come with me, you'll be safe with me." And then the old man would like come and look at me, and he was like taking me away from him. And then it's almost weird because through the spirit box, like a voice came through and was like, "Stay with me." And I almost wonder, like,
Yeah,
if he's like, "Come stay with me," like.
interesting. So
I got the pacing as well, going back and forth the hallway with the guy that was just kept pacing
yeah,
back and forth.
the
That's
more
so
aggressive
spooky.
man energy. So I don't know. I vote that we try to connect to him, since he is what came through for all of you.
Right.
Wow.
You're like, I don't know if I want to.
Oh my God, no.
Because it
Okay.
doesn't sound like he was very.
No, I just think that's
very
amazing.
pleasant.
Yeah, I
that
didn't-
we
I
all
got
are in
he-
tune with each other.
He was not pleasant on my end
Oh, no,
at
no, no.
all,
Yeah.
but I didn't get to, like, it didn't show me anything with him. I just knew he was unpleasant,
Mhm.
but something was keeping me away from getting to him.
It's beautiful for you, I think.
What else? Because we were hearing also like it's my house,
Yeah.
get out and everything. So maybe we can ask him like, what's your deal, dude? Like, can we all cohabitate nicely together here? Okay. And then yeah, during my walkthrough, I picked up on an older guy. Fred.
There's a photo.
You picked up on the chinchillas. Fred is
Oh,
the
yeah.
one who died here.
Yeah.
The chinchilla guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chinchillas.
Marie.
Oh yeah, this.
Oh, you don't know that story?
No, they
I
don't
know
know
anything.
anything.
Oh, okay.
They owned a chinchilla ranch. Chinchilla
Here?
farm here.
Oh, baby chinchillas are so cute.
Yeah, except
But
they
they just like
Except
running around.
they-
murdered
Except
them
they
and skinned
killed
them
them.
for
Took
their
their
fur.
fur.
Yeah. And there's a picture of a chinchilla in the hall, and I'm like, oh my god, you poor
There
babies.
used to be a stuffed chinchilla upstairs. I don't know
Stop
if it's
it.
still there.
Anyway, Fred is the guy who, Fred and Marie lived here and owned the chinchilla ranch. And Fred is the one who died in that green room.
Oh.
And then supposedly, so Cindy has actual record of him dying here. Supposedly Marie, some years later, fell down the stairs
Damn
and
it.
died at the bottom of the stairs. But there's no record of her actually dying in the house, so she's not sure how true that is. But so I wonder, like, is this the Anderson people who built this house?
Did
Like,
we
is-
get that falling down the stairs on the portal
We
earlier?
got that earlier when they were gone.
Was that what it was?
Really?
Yeah. It didn't really make much sense. So we didn't really-
Well, that could have been Marie.
Yeah.
So I wonder, is it Fred and Marie who you guys were seeing, like the man and the woman?
Maybe.
Or is it Charles Anderson? The mystery continues.
That's
But yeah, I say we try to connect to him.